What if there was actually a way to see more success consistently in your life with less effort and in less time? The cheat code for money creation? Maybe you invested a lot in yourself, in different programs of coaching, online courses, or you're watching video, podcasts, conferences, and you started to see some change in your mindset, in your belief system. But you don't see yet the manifestation of the result in your life. Since 33 years, I help hundreds of thousands of people with my one-on-one coaching, consulting, mentorship, online courses, podcasts. I built 2 businesses of coaching. I built a unique resource in the world for deaf women abuse. I train professionals and I help family how to deal with Alzheimer's disease. From social worker to psychology and studying theology, I synergize all my knowledge to help my clients, myself, how to activate the result in their life. Today, I'm going to share what I discovered. They are just limiting belief the problem. There's actually 4 distinct forms of resistance that block you from the business, the money, the success that you really want. So, in this episode, this is what I'm going to share with you. The synergy of the 4 dimensions, destroying these 4 resistance that try to keep you out of your desire and to manifest what you want. Then stay with me, and this is what we're going to talk today. I'm Dr. Martine Wilkie, and I study for many years how to help people to get the life they were created for. From my childhood, I really believed that we were not created for failure. And I want to help everybody. And this is why I study in social worker, psychology, theology, to try to understand how to help my own life and how to help people's life. And this is why I want to share with you this 4 dimensions that can change everything if you understand that. First of all, you have to understand that you're not just body, soul, or spirit. You are all that together, spirit, soul, and body. And if you try to just fix your money or try to create the success you desire with just one area, you're never going to see the result that you want. Maybe you can have some area in your life that you are successful, but where you're stuck, and for your money and the income you want to generate, you want to produce, you need to understand this is not just what you're going to do. The majority of people, they just look at what can I do to make more money. But if you don't understand that in life, you don't create for what you want, you create about who you are. You create about what you believe, but who you are. And who you are is not just your belief system. It's why a lot of people, they invest in their mindset and belief system and affirmation. That's good. But you need to understand this is more than that. And heaven is full of abundance. You are created to be here on earth to succeed your life. You're created to be at the image of God. And you're called to co-create with Him the success that He called you to have. And if you don't understand the synergy of the 4 dimensions together, you're going to work so hard and don't see the result. I want to share with you my brand new book, Activate Heaven on Earth with the Limitless Interface, the psycho-neuro-spiritual system for your next level of wealth, success, purpose, destiny. This book revealed the mystery of the synergy of the 4 dimensions all together, the psycho, the neuroscience, the spiritual, and the right action to do in the natural to fulfill your dream and see your life going to another level and to have a limitless life. In this book, I'm explaining that you are the interface. And if you recode your interface according to the code of heaven, you will manifest heaven in your life. Get this book right now. Click on the link below. You will be blessed and your life will change. You're supposed to produce the money at the level of your potential and to impact your life and the people's life that you love. And heaven is full of abundance. Heaven is not limited, but you learn to be limited. Heaven is full of wealth, riches, and it's really there for you. because you're created at the image of God. And God put you here on earth to be successful. And now you don't have the success in your finances that you would like to have. And you're not called to be stuck there. And you're watching people, they look to have success financially, like it's easy. But in your own case, it's always, you work so hard, you can make money, or you make money, but you have this kind of ceiling, this invisible ceiling that you're not able to break through. And this is what you have to understand. From heaven to earth, you are the interface. You are the connection between heaven and earth. You are the connection. And if the interface is not coded according to heaven, you're not going to manifest heaven in your finances. If you receive, the first part is your psycho. If you receive all the information from the conception to now with money and the experience you face, your subconscious mind, you have a conscious mind, and you're watching video, listening, coaching, and try to change your mind. But if you don't change your subconscious mind, then this is the one that controls 95% of the result in your life. And your subconscious mind receive all kind of information from your childhood. And you were built with this information, and now it's like an autopilot. The subconscious mind just control your life, 95% of the result. And everything you face with money, where you come from, how your parents, your family was talking about money, feeling about money, reacting about money, how they talked about money, what you receive in your subconscious mind by repetition, just control your life right now. Then you receive in your conscious mind good information. You are educated, you are intelligent, and you know how to manage money, whatever. But your subconscious mind receive all different information that control your life right now into the reality. You have kind of a duality in your soul. And if you don't work by repetition in your subconscious mind with the belief system, you're never going to see the change. But this is not only just the psycho. You have the neuro. And the neuro, it's part of that. It's from the memory of generation. You receive in your blood the voices of generation. We call that in Hebrew the zikaron. And this is it's proven by the science and epigenetic and the neuroscience that the blood speaks. And what you receive from the generation, and maybe it's not your parents, maybe it's your grandparents or grand-grandparents, you receive their feeling in your blood. You receive the voices of generation in your blood. But let's stay with the science. The University Emory here in the United States made this experience in 2013. They took a mouse and they started to bring a cherry flower that the mouse can smell. And every time that the mouse was starting to smell the cherry flower, they were putting the electricity to the mouse and to traumatize the experience of smelling the cherry flower, electricity. And it was normal, and after that, they didn't have to put the electricity shock. They just have to bring the cherry flower, and the mouse started to react. But what is more interesting is they took this mouse had babies, and the baby never experienced the same trauma than the father. And the mouses, when they started to smell the cherry flower, they were reacting the same way than their father, but never experienced the trauma, never received the same experience in their life. And this baby had babies. And for 3 to 4 generations, they were all reacting the same way than the first generation. My point is the memory of fear, anxiety, trauma is transmitted in the blood from generation to generation. And this is what changed all my study, to synergize the psycho with the spiritual and the understanding of the power of the blood. And the voices are in the blood. And this is why we see that when God said to Cain, where is your brother? He said, I don't know. God said, the blood of your brother is crying out to me. The blood speak. And the science proved that right now. The soul, life is in the blood. Then from generation, 3 to 4 generation, what the first experience was given to the other one and the other one. Baby, you never met your grandparents. You have to deal with their trauma, their experience, their fear, their anxiety, all kind of voices in the bloodline. And this is the majority of people, they don't understand. You face some resistance with your money, maybe not from your parents, but maybe from your grandparents, because sometimes it jumps a second generation. Now, the same case happened with the transplant of organ. Some surgery, people, they received the heart or some other part of the body, and they started after the surgery to have the same reaction that the person was dead. And it's just proven the science that the blood, the cells, has a memory of feeling, memories of experience, trauma, all kind of situation. And this is what you face right now. If you don't confront this part and you continue to work so hard, you're never going to see really the result. You need to go to your subconscious mind through the neural mind with the epigenetic, the memory and the blood, and rebuke these voices. Change your state of mind and feeling about this kind of voices that you receive. And this is why you need to synergize these dimensions together. The third one is the spiritual, because you are being spirit and you have more activity in the invisible world than the visible. And one of that is the spiritual law. If you don't understand the spiritual law of success, you're never going to see the success. If you break the law will break you. It's like the law of gravity. If you jump and you don't respect the law, you will break the law and the law will break you. And this is what is happening with finances. You need to understand the spiritual law of finances that govern the earth, the law of vision, imagination, feeling, assumption, detachment. All these laws are so important to create the finances that you want. Stop to work so hard. Stop to invest so much time and start to connect with the spiritual law and to activate these laws in your life. To understand the law of environment, the law of connection. You change the environment, you change the connection, you're going to start to see result. It's why you can see people, they have fast result because maybe they know, maybe they don't know, but they connect with the spiritual law. If you understand that your subconscious mind is a hard drive of your interface, your system, and if you don't recode your hard drive according to the code of heaven, you're going to repeat the same paradigm, same pattern again and again, and you're going to be stuck there. You need to synergize that with the voices in your blood. You have some voices talking to you, and it's not your own voice. It's the voices of the generation before you that try to repeat the same feeling, same perception, same reaction. This is what I had to face in my own life. In my family, they have all weight problem. And when I started to realize my body was not the problem, my interface was the problem. My interface was blocking my prayer, my perseverance, the diets I was doing, because, so I'm thinking it's so easy, I started to realize the problem was not my body. The problem was the synergy of this fourth dimension, the psycho, my subconscious mind. I was believing that just looking at chocolate, I was going to gain weight. And I started to speak it, and I started to break some spiritual law of success, to speak death, to speak all kind of words to block me to lose weight, to feel all the time as a person with weight problem and not feeling as the person already there, to feel this person already free, that I was recreating all the time the same result. You need to connect the same principle with your money right now. What I learned there, I learned with my money, and I learned to other areas in my life. And I started to produce other results. This is what you have to learn right now. And I started to implement with the voices of generation talking to me. This cake was talking to me. This fear was talking to me. And where was coming from these voices? In my blood. It was coming from the generation. And you cannot conquer what you don't confront, and you cannot confront what you don't identify. You need to turn and to stop to negotiate with these voices and decide to move forward and do what you want to do and change the voices in your blood. How? To speak life, not speak like these voices from generation. Then bring to the spiritual side, the spiritual law, the law of confession, declaration. What you say, you're going to reap. Life and death is in the power of your tongue. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to declare it. You have to decree it. You have to have the detachment to not look in the mirror, to not look in the bank account. And this is what happened in my life. You can change your life in 7 days. God created the earth in 7 days. You're created the image of God. And you can create the life of your dream with the 7-day cycle creation. How can you control a year if you cannot control 7 days? This is why I created this training, 7-day cycle creation. You have a checklist for every day what to do. 7 days you take control. If you take control over 7 days, again and again, you're going to take control over your year, and you're going to build the life of your dream. You're going to see your life be limitless and to go to another level again and again and again. This 7-day cycle creation, it's a powerful training, simple, fast result with the structure you need to take control over 7 days. Every day, you have some homework to do. You have your visualization, you have your affirmation, you have the video teaching, plus you have bonuses to help you to understand all the principle. You apply this 7-day cycle creation training, and you're going to see your life will change. You're not going to regret. This powerful training will get the result you work for so long, you hope for so long, you desire for so long. It's your time, it's your season. Take this amazing opportunity to create the life of your dream by applying the same principle. How God created the earth, you apply the same principle to create the life of your dream, and you're going to see it's working. Get this training right now. Click on the link below, and you will be so blessed, and you're going to see your life will change. After years of diet and yo-yo and turning around like a hamster in a cage, I recognized the pattern. I started to implement a new pattern with my subconscious mind, my neuro, and my spiritual side, and to put the right action. This is the fourth one. To not act like a person with a weight problem, to act like a person already free, to eat like a person already free. A person already free doesn't go on the scale all the time. I put the scale in the trash, and I decided to act like the person already there. This is exactly what you have to do with money. Stop to work so hard. Synergize it for reprogram, recode your interface, your subconscious mind with the truth again and again and again. This is why we have a 7-day cycle creation, that we build a structure to help you again and again and again to recode your subconscious mind with the cheat code of money creation, and to implement them in your blood. The voices of generation is removed, and you build the real voice, the voice of God in your blood with the truth, to create the real life you were called to have, and to implement the spiritual law that I wrote in my book and I put in this 7-day cycle creation. These 18 laws to help you to create the wealth you want, and to see the change and act on it, to take massive action opposed to the paradigm of generation, opposed to the paradigms that you learn, and change your life quickly. You can change your wealth in 7 days to learn just the right system. Heaven has its own system. Your interface is coded with the wrong system, psycho-neuro-spiritual in action. You synergize this 4 dimensions together, and you will see the result in your life. When I did that for my weight, I started to lose weight. And in 4 months, I lost 70 pounds without diet, just changing this fourth dimension in my life. And I did the same thing for my marriage relationship and for my money, my finances. I started to understand and change and to implement. And this is what I'm doing for decades with my clients, with all the people coming to our coaching business and academy to see the change in their life. This is your time right now. You are not called and created to survive. You're called and created to live the life you were always meant to have and to create the result you were supposed to have in your life. To start to survive and live the abundance life that your heart desire and to impact other people's life. Today, I take care of my upline and downline, my parents and my children. And this is a blessing to be successful financially, and more than ever right now. AI and everything is happening in the world. You need to understand these principles because these principles govern the earth. You're not called to be stuck there. You're called to govern and to dominate. And this is why, if you learn that and you're serious, you will see the change. I was blessed to share this information with you. If you like it, just put a like, share, comments, and I'm going to see you in the next video. I bless you.